My YouTube friends, hello, how are you again? Carlos right here from the-ARK. Yes, this channel is called Aqua Rock Coach. The-ARK, the name comes exactly from Aqua Rock. All right, you'll find the 3 letters in there. I'll tell you this story in another video. This video, I've been doing a lot of Facebook videos. I am done doing all the videos with editing that I did in the past. I did a lot of those in Spanish. Very few in English, but now everything that I do, I want to do it live without editing. The reason is because by going live and no editing, you're getting the video real, raw, and truthful. That's what we stand for at the-ARK. And today's message is very basic. I believe that today God has a small message for you that if you really understand what I'm saying in this video, this will give you enough power to move to your next level. I don't care if it's in your spiritual life, in your physical life, or in your financial life. I want to tell you that what is stopping you, and you hear these everywhere, all right? But if you're someone, a person of faith, I'm just here to tell you that what is limiting you is your own belief system that you have created based on that little bit of knowledge that you have about God. All right? So you start walking through life with God in your heart and with that passion of seeking everything that is to know about God. Imagine the Creator. This being that created everything, that it has the sun where it is, that it has the moon where it is, the planets, and here we are trying to figure him out somehow. All right? The way I do it is through the teachings of Jesus Christ. Because one of his biggest things that he came to teach us is that the doors are open for us to seek the Father. And that was the main reason why he was crucified. Because he came to take the religious mindset of a spirit of the ones that thought that they knew it all about God, and he put that on the side, and he says, no, the door is open to the Father. If you only seek him with all your heart, if you only seek him with all your heart, these are all the laws in order for you to get to God. But remember, when he taught us how to pray, he wasn't crucified yet, but remember what he said. If you pray to the Father, he will listen. And if you seek him with all your heart, you will get to the Father. This is with the mind. It's all about rules and laws and all kinds of things. But when you seek him with your heart and with all of you, you get to the Father. That was his simple teaching, and that's why he got crucified by the spirit of religion. In another video, I will explain to you what is the spirit of religion. But this teaching from today, it is something very basic. And basically, it's not a teaching. It is just something that I'm sharing that I was taught in the communion with God and all the mistakes that I have done walking with him, all right? All the people that I heard trying to help them through the process of believing in God. And through the process of helping them get to God. I heard them more than what I probably did help them. Anyway, so what I want to tell you is that the belief system is that it's stopping you, because this belief system that you created, it has a little devil, but it also has a little angel. Remember, our logo is all about what I'm talking about right now, about the good and the evil. So this flesh and spirit that are in you, based on this knowledge inside of you of your flesh, which is horrible, and your spirit, which is amazing, based on this knowledge is that you start creating all these new belief system. All right? And then in this new belief system, this is how you're living your life right now. But because you created your own little devil and your own little angel, is that you cannot move forward. And once you finish creating this system, what you did is you did lock it, you put a lock in it, and then you hide the key somewhere in your mind, and you don't even know where that key is. Right? And God is sending people to you with another belief system much greater than yours, because he have walked farther, he have serviced a lot longer, and he have been broken for a lot longer than what you have. And this guy is coming with this new, he used to have yours with the same little devil and the same little angel, but then little by little, he was able to destroy that, to overcome himself and his own creation, and be able to move by faith to the next belief system. All right, so now these people are being sent to you to help you start going to your next levels, and you are not allowing them. And the reason why you're not allowing them is because you locked this, and the reason why you locked it, because this is what you're holding up, because it's the only thing that we have, our belief systems. So that's what you see in these places where they talk about God all the time. You see a bunch of people collapsing with each other. The reason is because they are here. They're not serving the world. All they're doing is getting knowledge, creating a new system, more knowledge, new systems, more knowledge, more systems. And all you see is this. Smiling faces, trying to be nice, but hearts in huge conflict, because they are collapsing against each other, belief system against belief systems. And we're talking about the same building. We're not even talking about other belief systems in other buildings. This is just in one building. You see this happening all the time. And the reason, again, that this is that you're not allowing this to happen is because in order for this belief system that this person wants to bring to you be able to be effective, this one will have to collapse. And this is what you would rather give your life for before this collapse. Again, remember, with that little bit of knowledge that you have about God, that little tiny knowledge that you have about God, you rather die than give these up. But if you become aware of what I'm saying right now, and you start opening up and start listening without any judgment to see what is it that God is bringing to you, and learn from it, you're going to start moving forward again. Because remember, if you're not moving, it's because you are not growing. Growing, it doesn't come from the process of being submitted by force by somebody else to help you grow. It doesn't work like that. Nobody did follow Jesus Christ against their will. They did it full of joy. Whoever was following him didn't want to leave him because of the joy and what he brought to their lives. Never out of fear. Never out of fear. Keep that in mind. So submission is something that you do out of love. Something you do out of love. Because of what this person is bringing to your life. Because your spirit knows that it comes from God. So again, my little secret on this video for you is, what is stopping you is the little belief system that you created. Is the enemy that you created in that little belief system. And this is especially this one right here, is the one that is stopping you from moving into the next level. Because this little devil that you created, the only thing he creates on you is fear and doubt. What if? Are you sure? You need to think about it. God is sending people to help you. But this thing right here, as long as he keeps you in doubt, and if not movement or action whatsoever, it's going to tell you anything. It's going to tell you, are you sure that's from God? You need to consult with God again. You need to pray all over again. And you've been praying for a year. You need to pray again. You need to pray again. And people keep coming to help you, to show you a higher way, a better way. in that same path, but it's another way, another level. I'm sure you heard somewhere that it says, it's about time to stop drinking milk and move to start eating some meat. So again, if you find yourself in the same place, if you feel that you are tired of the same, it's because that same place at that same and that same, it has been created by you. Okay? Everything, whatever is going on around you in the world, it has been created about you. Because everything you see, everything you hear, you filter this through this belief system that you created about your own evil, about your own little angel or good. Because God is not this little guy. God is above good and evil. This is a business coaching channel. Why do I speak about all these things? Because it's 100% spiritual. Any growth program without God is a dead program. Because God is the one, the Spirit of God, that He lives within us. Remember, this is the flesh. This is the flesh in you. This is the Spirit of God in you that is speaking from within to you, but you're not listening because you're so attached to your feelings and emotions, which is this one right here. Feelings and emotions, they feel amazing. They just don't take you anywhere. Spirit of God is all about action. It's all about action. Action. Here is fear. What if? What if? Are you sure? Look what happened before. And then in coaching, when we go and check what happened before, that's where we find the biggest lessons and the power to be able to go to the next level. Believing in the conversation from the Spirit within that is given by God to you, for you to go and conquer. Because that's what you find in the Bible, something very common, that the ones that hear God speaking within, they were the one that went and conquered. All the others that they were based on just emotions and feelings and knowledge about these emotions and feelings, these are the ones that didn't do anything and condemned the world. But when you get into action, that's when things start changing. I guess that's why they call Jesus the Verb. He came to do. He didn't come to talk. He came to do. All right, guys. So this is something very simple. Remember that at the Ark, our purpose is very simple. It says right here, Matthew 25. Matthew 25 is very simple. You see God at the beginning is teaching you. In the middle is telling you, you need to find your gifts and talents to serve the world, to multiply them. And then at the third, is going to tell you to help the broken. The broken are the people that cannot help themselves. These are the people that if you do one and if you do two, they will end up changing your heart forever. One, seeking God is not going to it's not going to change your heart. It's going to show you God's heart. Number two, it's going to show you what God has done in you, how He has created you. Once you understand that and you serve the world, then and you have done something in the world, then you go to help the broken, the ones that cannot help themselves. And if you fulfill this cycle, you will become a totally free man of your own belief systems. And then is when you start seeing God in a different way, at a different dimension. Because at this point, when you do 1 and 2 and 3, that's when you became His servant, His hands, His ears, His mouth, His feet. And this is what changed your life. 90% of the people that I know, that they call themselves believers or men of faith, they're stuck either in number 1, just seeking God. They have become number 1 professionals of seeking God, emotions, feelings, everything. They're amazing. To the point that they worship their feelings and emotions more than they worship God. So they look to God just for their feelings and the emotions. Then some other people, they got stuck in the gifts and talents. They're bright. They're like amazing with their gifts and talents that God has given them. But they still have a problem with their good and evil in them. And the problem is because they haven't do the last one, which is the most important, which is help the broken. The religious is going to be like, what are you talking about? How can you say that it's more important this one without the first one? The first one is the most important. Well, if you did the first one, but you didn't do the second one, that means you never really had a relationship with this amazing being that created us, that we call him God. But if you truly listen to him, then he's going to tell you, I created you in a way, you need to find this out because you need to go out there to serve the world. And I want this service not to be a heavy cross. I want this service to be a very light cross. And in order for this to happen, you need to understand how I created you and how did I form you to be able to help these people in particular that I want you to go to. Because if you don't go to them, nobody else is going to be able to have an entrance to their lives. But you will. And then after you do that and serve these people, then you go and look for the broken, the one that cannot change themselves. Because this cycle is what is going to change your heart. Because remember that stronger is the man that conquers his spirit, than the one that conquers a city. Because before you conquer the city, it needs to be conquered in you. Ciao.